Have you gone poop yet? 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 Have you gone poop
No,
yet?
I haven't freaking gone poop.
Birth tastes like poop.
From a physiological birth perspective. So, Alex, in your own words, why is birth like poop?
You were trying to go poop, and there was like 3 doctors watching you, and there was like, have you gone poop
Have you
yet?
gone poop yet?
Have you gone
Have
poop
you gone
yet?
poop yet?
Have you gone
Have
poop
you
yet?
gone poop yet?
Come on, stupid. Have you gone poop yet? Okay,
Super
you haven't
intuitive.
gone poop yet?
You
Wait.
haven't gone poop yet. Let's see if you're open enough to go poop. So then they put your fingers. This is like putting fingers up your butt to figure out if your butthole is open enough to let the poop out. Is
Have
that
you gone
gonna
poop yet?
is that gonna make it easier to go poop? No, absolutely not.
Why would it be?
Between you and me, right where you are right in this moment, is exactly where you were meant to be.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Welcome to the Joygasmic Life Podcast. I am your hostess, Elena Harder, and I am so glad to have you here today. If you are an awakening woman, a conscious mother, a woman on a journey to bring about the best for your family and create an enlightened experience of being a child and a woman and a mother and partner in your world, I absolutely I'm so grateful and so glad that you have found your way here. This podcast collects not only my own personal stories, things I would have done better had I known better, but also the beautiful stories of many hundreds of other women and men who have been through the consciousness awakening journey, who are here to share their stories, to inspire you to know that you can recover from mental health challenges, from postpartum depression, from challenges with traumatic births, and just the life in 21st century, as well as beautiful actionable tips, exercises where we walk you through practical things that have really helped us, and the journey of becoming a joygasmic mother, one who handles absolutely every challenge with
It's time
grace and
to
ease and
awaken, to
understands
bring
that
all the
everything is
parts of
here to
yourself
awaken her
back
deeper,
to this present
to
moment
create more
and
empowerment and more
explore the
pleasure in her
joy
life, even the
that
challenging
is
things.
your
So that
life
sounds
when
juicy.
you
Listen up
live
because we have
fully
got a
out,
wonderful episode
fully
for you
express,
today.
fully harnessing the joygasmic potential of your body and yourself. Anything is possible, and especially we are here to tell you that deep and fulfilling love is possible and is available for you when you choose that for yourself.
And help your partner and or kids understand why it is that you need to be left alone in order to labor and in order to deliver your baby from a,
Like poop.
from a physiological birth perspective. So Alex, in your own words, why is birth like poop? You want me to get started?
Yeah.
Okay, and you can add some stuff in. Okay, so
Yeah.
so birth we'll edit that out. No worries.
Great. Birth tastes like poop.
So birth is like poop because it involves sphincters. What's the sphincter? Well, those are the muscles in your body that go zoop, 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 and clench and hold. Now, in our bum, we have two. We have one at the top and one at the bottom. And in order to poop, they both have to release so the poop can come out. Right? Yes, great. So,
Not quite that big.
not usually the size of a child's arm, but some days. Uh,
You're having a really bad day.
really
You might
big,
have a,
really big poop day. Yeah. Okay. So in order for those
or maybe
sphincters,
that's a really good day.
yeah. So in order for those sphincters to relax and let the poop out, you need a calm, peaceful environment. I don't know if anybody has a hard time pooping in stalls in public bathrooms where people are going back and forth, or if somebody there's a lineup and people are waiting, being like, oh my God, she's taking so long. And they're like, is she having a poop? And they're like, whoa, what's going on? Any of that mental jabber makes it really, really challenging for the body to relax. Any sort of pressure of somebody waiting for you to poop is going to
Go poop.
yeah. So
Go poop.
if I'm
Go
like
poop.
okay, thank you. So what does that do? That makes all the sphincters go like this. It's like maybe you were ready to go poop, go poop, go poop, go poop. It's like right? It's not getting through. It's not coming out. It's not happening. So how is this like birth? Well, your body also has sphincters. we can call this top one the cervix. And then we've got also the sphincter on the outside of the vagina and the vaginal muscles themselves. So as we're giving birth, the body is opening, 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 opening to let the baby out. So same thing. If somebody's going, have you pooped yet? Have you let the baby out yet? Have you let the baby out yet? Have you let the baby out yet? This is what's happening. And
Okay.
this is what causes pain in birth, just like pain in poop if you're holding it, but you can't go yet, or it's not safe to go yet, or there's no bathroom or whatever. Trying to go, trying to go, trying to go. But when you can find the space, you find the quiet spot, you get in the right thing, you finally make it to the bathroom, whatever it might be, all of a sudden opens up, no problem. So when people are talking about not dilating, not opening the cervix, because the cervix has got to open to be about this big before that poop comes through. That's a big, right? There's our baby head coming through. Thanks, Alex. Um, we really have to realize that is a lot of dilation and a lot of relaxation. And the human being has this magical ability for the top of the body, the diaphragm and the fundus, to be pushing down, pushing the baby out, pulling that cervical muscles up and around. And at the same time, if we don't feel safe, that cervix is like, it's tight. It's not moving anywhere. So you can imagine that if you were trying to go poop.
trying to go poop, and there was like 3 doctors watching you, and there was like, have you gone poop yet?
Have you gone poop
Have you
yet?
gone poop yet?
Have you gone poop
Have you
yet?
gone poop yet?
Have you gone poop yet?
Have you gone poop yet? Okay.
Super
you haven't
intuitive.
gone poop yet? Wait.
You haven't gone poop yet. Let's see if you're open enough to go poop. So then they put your fingers. This is like putting fingers up your butt to figure out if your butthole is open enough to let the poop out. Is that gonna make it easier to go poop? No, absolutely not.
Why would it be? But look, I'll look it.
Okay. So we're trying to stick our fingers in there to get some information. See, okay, are the sphincters relaxed? The very act of putting a finger up there is going to make most people, most ladies, don't let random strangers put fingers up their vaginas ever. Well, sometimes on one night stands, random excursions, some ladies do like that kind of stuff. But generally, when we're giving birth, we're very vulnerable emotionally, physically, and psychologically. Can I have my finger back, please? Oh, I can't get it out because the sphincter is so tight. Most ladies are in such a vulnerable place. And so having somebody say, I'm going to put my fingers up your vagina right now is enough to make a fairly dilated cervix scrunch right back down.
Oh, okay. Now I'm going to put my
Yeah, it's big enough to get a finger in and check it out. But if it was like this and now it's scrunched down because you're not feeling safe, you get your fist in. Yeah.
You could get my fist in.
Well, and literally when you're ready to deliver the baby, you could get a fist in, but think about this. You're finally ready to let that poop out and somebody's putting something up in.
Like, what? This is the baby?
The baby's pushing. Is it supposed to be a unidirectional push? It's supposed to come from the top down, not from the bottom up. And that'll, nope, nothing's coming in. Now the baby's stuck. It's maybe in distress because it was really expecting to come down and not come out. What else? What else makes giving birth like poop? Can you think of anything else we talk about sometimes?
Just like, it's like having a really, really big
poop. It's like the most giant poop you've ever taken. So if you can think about,
unless somehow you're having poop my size.
Well,
then,
yep. But generally poop should not be
like if it's
Alex
this big.
size.
If it's this big, it's like this.
Some people deal with constipation. It can be challenging.
You would like
not your size. That's like serious. That's like, but maybe your head size worth of poop. They say they pulled like 20 pounds worth of undigested meat out of Elvis's guts when he was dead, when they did his autopsy. Yeah. A lot of people, if they don't go poop every day, they actually have some sort of like buildup. And yeah, that's a whole other episode talking about sort of like how digestion should just actually happen and move rather than, pushing through because there's more food behind it. Yeah, and we really want our birth process. Let's start from the beginning. We really want to be nice and open before that birth process so the baby can just slide right through.
And then someone, wait.
Yeah, and same with, let's make your fist again. Same with if the baby is if the baby is partway out, let's say this is the baby head right here, and the body is partway out, and it's still the shoulders are still in there, right? You can see how my head is like radically a different size than my shoulders. Let's think the shoulders have to like work their way through. So again, if somebody's going, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up, it can sometimes take up to like half an hour, maybe 2, 3 hours in extreme cases to go from head out to body out. But if people are panicking, rushing you, and chilling, this vaginal opening, this vaginal sphincter is literally, it's gonna, sorry, buddy. Um, it's gonna literally, yeah, but that's what can happen. Like, imagine it's like around the neck, right? The head's out, but and all of a sudden you go into panic. Do it on your hand instead. It gets like tighter. And this is where you get fetal distress from. This is where you have more challenges because the body is closing. Whereas if you just go, hey, you've got as much time as you need, just keep breathing, just keep doing, the vagina again is going to open and let the rest of the baby through.
Wait. Including my.
Okay. Look, well, let's lean that way a little bit more. Okay. So if we start, you know, normal cervical dilation, something like that, it's got to literally open so big. Let that baby head through.
And then the shoulders.
And then the shoulders are a whole other ballgame.
Of course, it's not.
No, not your size, but as an
Babies
example.
are like.
Yeah, they're much smaller. Yeah. So this is a little bit about how birthing a baby is like having a poop. And if your partner is pressuring you to have a hospital birth, or if your doctors are pressuring you to have a hospital birth, not, well, for some people it's the best idea because they actually feel safe there. But I personally don't feel safe in hospitals because of all the things I know about Western medical. And most of the people who are listening and watching to this probably have similar feelings. So you need to really consider is you need to feel, in order to have a great poop baby, in order to have a great baby, in order to have a great poop, in order to have a great poop, you need to have time to let it out on your own time, have a safe space where nobody's knocking at the door, nobody's peering through the crack, nobody's looking at you. Can you imagine trying to poop with the door open? Just being like, somebody's staring at you? Like,
somebody's like, have you gone poop yet? 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 Have you gone poop yet?
No, I haven't freaking gone poop. There's my cervix so tight.
Have you gone poop yet? Have you gone poop yet? Have you gone poop yet? Have you gone poop yet?
And
have you gone poop yet?
And even if there isn't somebody saying that to you when they check every 15 minutes, which often happens in a hospital, super challenging. When there's a clock in the room, because we're so used to clock time, if there's a clock in the room, you're going to be checking, you're going to be looking. And the same thing happens with timing contractions. Really, the best thing in terms of birth is to let go of any sense of clock time, let it be its own thing. Yeah, just like, hey,
this is time.
Yeah, birth time is like,
it's like
slowly. And labors will slow down and stop sometimes right at the end. Sometimes the baby will be right at the edge there and you'll have a nap. This happens to some ladies. You have a nap before the baby comes out to just give you that little bit of extra energy once you're fully dilated. So it really is about trusting your body and coming into a place where you've created a safe space. You trust the people around you to not pressure you, and you're really in a space where you can have a great birth.
Poop.
Yeah. So if you have a partner who's been pressuring you to, who's really concerned about time, I love using this poop baby metaphor because it really, it makes sense to people who don't have vulvas and vaginas. It makes sense to kids and husbands to talk about birth as having a giant poop, and a lot of the same principles
big poop
are connected. Thank you so much for watching, Alex. Thank you so much for sharing. Did you want to say anything else or make any other silly poop jokes before we wrap it up?
Birth is like poop. Birth is like poop. Come on, do it with me. Birth is like poop. 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 Birth is like poop.
The biggest freaking poop you ever had.
Unless you have bigger poops.
Unless you have bigger poops than a baby, in which case your baby's probably premature, or you have very, very interesting poops. If you've ever had a poop that's as big as a baby, like as wide as a baby, I might almost invite you to send me a picture of it. but actually no.
You know,
But actually kind of.
I've seen the world. If you just look up the world's largest poop, you know what.
You would have Googled that. I've never Googled that. I never need to Google that,
You
but
should
I believe
Google
he
it.
would.
You should Google it.
This is why, I live with a man and a boy, and
I'm a boy. I'm a tween.
they understand poop. They don't necessarily understand birth, but if you
No.
can compare the two, they will understand birth better, and that is very helpful for everybody. Any last words of wisdom, buddy?
Birth is like poop, and poop is like birth.
And when you understand how to have a good poop, what do you need to know about birth?
No, when you know how to have a good birth, you know how to have a good.
And when you know how to have a good poop,
You know how to have a good birth.
you know how to have. Okay. Thank you so much, beautiful. Thank you, Alex, for co-hosting with me. I'm gonna push the end record button. I can't do that till you move your hand. Yeah. Well, that was awesome. Thank you so much for listening all the way to the end.
How easily can you imagine that this experience is integrated already deeply into every cell of your being in such a way that you will begin to notice that you have already been operating from this new behavior for a while, and that it was simply a matter of noticing how much you've already been doing this. You may choose to feel that this moment is the moment that completely and utterly into your body. Or in the days and weeks ahead, getting curious about how fully and completely this experience has transformed your life, realizing that you are at complete choice to choose how you would like to integrate this information into every cell of your being.
Thank you so much for being a part of the Joygasmic Life podcast. And I am so grateful to have you here and be a part of it. If you haven't already, head over to joygasm.me to check out our Joygasmic Birth Blueprint ebook and course, which give you all of the information that you need to become a Joygasmic mama, whether you are postpartum or whether you're expecting your first baby. This course absolutely has tips and tricks for you that will help prepare you for birth, prepare you for the birth of your next child, and prepare you for peaceful and joygasmic mothering on the other side. So absolutely. The way that we do one thing is the way that we do everything. And so by utilizing and beginning to build a practice of joygasmic alchemy, you will absolutely become a better mother and hold space, as I am and as many, many women are, for the enlightenment of the planet. We do that first by working on ourselves and then offering that support and that enlightened nature within ourselves to our families. And then from there, it ripples out. So if you haven't already checked that out, go check that out now. Again, it's joygasm.me. We've also got courses on rescuing your relationship, Bulletproof Mom, how to be able to handle even the most intense toddler or special needs child later on in life, as well as a multitude of new courses that are coming out. We're absolutely grateful to get to have you as a part of that. And remember, anyone who participates in the funding of the podcast absolutely gets a membership access, which allows you to access the bonus features, the ends of some of our episodes, exercises from our guests, as well as featured free content from them. So super glad to have all of you who are a part of that already here. And thank you so much for being a part of the Joygasmic Life family. If I could leave you with only one tip for how to be an orgasmic, joygasmic mama in this world, the invite would be to really step into and embody the knowledge that you are actually here for a reason, and that reason is to be an enlightened being for your family. They chose you for a reason. They chose you on this consciousness journey for a reason. And you absolutely have the tools and skills to be able to do this. If you're struggling, please reach out. I am more than happy to help people rewire what's going on in their brain, create a new story, and create a more powerful experience so you can be the kind of mama for your kids that you really have dreamed of. You absolutely deserve it, and your children absolutely deserve it. I look forward to getting to know you more, and I look forward to co-creating through the membership content. Have a beautiful day, and we'll see you on the next podcast.